your battlefield. Number 6, preferably. Well, it's time to look at the settings, how to play this in 4K. Using my rig to go through all them settings and see if you can get the same performance as I'm getting right here.
So where was I? Well, let's have a look. So, we have a Radeon 9070 XT OC in my rig, and I'm just opening up the control panel to see if we can eke a bit more performance out of it. So, on the Radeon settings, you can actually tune your card. So, I'm just going to click here, Favour Performance, because I wanted to do some automatic overclocking, just to help alleviate some of the 4K resolution to it. At the moment, before I'm trying this, my 4K was all over the place, and 1440p I find a bit too low to work on my 4K panel. I'm just trying to get the balance between performance in the Radeon settings and performance inside the Battlefield settings. Now, you want to click on the Gaming tab and go to Games. Now, I noticed my Battlefield 6 was coming up as the open beta, so I deleted it, thinking that might be the wrong game. Then I've clicked Add a Game, went to the Battlefield 6.exe on my hard drive, re-added it, and as you can see here, the Radeon system software is still saying Battlefield 6 Open Beta. So I've favoured it, and then I'm going to change the settings in here. Now, the main things inside this, you can configure when Battlefield 6 launches what Radeon settings you want to apply to it. So we're making a profile just for this game. This stops you messing with your global settings because your other games might be fine, and you just want to make sure that Battlefield runs correctly. So I'm turning off Radeon Super Resolution, making sure Fluid Motions is off. I've left Fidelity FX Super Resolution 4 on and made sure anti-lag, chill, image sharpening, enhanced syncs all turned off as well. I think that's the main settings that you need to just make sure your Radeon's not going to be changing how the game looks and how the game performs. So on to the game settings. Now in Battlefield, you can click the little cog at the top to change the system settings, and then you can click on graphics to look at what you're currently set to. So I'm just checking here what's under the custom graphic settings. Now, when you change these, the menu background, so that warehouse you see in the background, actually changes in real time, so you can actually see the frame rate difference just for being inside a warehouse, inside the game. I'll just zoom into that part. So if you look in the top right, it's got a GPU, and that there is the frames per second. Now I'm just changing the options inside the graphic settings, and I can see in real time what the GPU can put out just for this warehouse image in the background. So I'm just going between overkill and normal and low and high, and you can see there I'm getting 60 frames a second now. So that's for indoor setting, I'll be getting 60 frames, so that's going to be no good for playing Battlefield at 4K with. Now if you want to see the stats on your Battlefield, all you need to do is go into graphics, then advanced settings, and there's the performance overlay option here. You can filter between advanced, extra or simple. I'm using the simple just to see them frames per second, but if you want more, like the net stats, you can do it here. So after much tweaking, I think the following settings seem to be the best trade-off in Battlefield. So I've set graphics quality to custom. We're using high texture quality, high texture filtering, medium mesh quality, high terrain, high undergrowth, high effects, high volumetric, high lightning, high local light and shadow. We've got sun shadow quality down to low. Shadow filtering is PC SS. Reflection quality is low. And at the bottom, the screen space AO and GI off, and the high fidelity objects amount below. Now, to get even more performance, you can go into the advanced graphic settings again, and then you can change the anti-aliasing off, or you can put it on to the lowest option. These boost the performance up by quite a difference. So the lowest option is TAA, and then you keep pressing the right button, you'll get higher and higher AA. So you can either turn it off, which says it's unsupported, or you can do TAA. Now at 4K, I'm just going to leave it off. There is other options for upscaling technique. You can see there I turned FSR on, but that started choking the CPU and the GPU, so I've left that off as well. So, well, the proof is in the pudding. Let's have a look at it on escalation. I'm going to play a few rounds. I'm doing 4K first, and then I'm going to reduce it down to 1800p, and then some 1440p as well to see the difference. In the first game at 4K with them settings, we're seeing between 90 FPS to 120 FPS. It dips down a little bit when there's a big firefight on. Overall, not so bad, but I've got a panel that does 144 Hz, so I'm trying to get my frames as close to that as I can. Now, on to the next game. We're going to change the resolution down to 1800p. That's 3200 by 1800. With this change, it looks like the minimum FPS is now 120, and I'm getting over 170 on the highs. If you look at the resolution, it's not much off a 4K resolution. But as you can see, it's increased the performance way above the 4K full resolution that we had before. This could be my new go-to resolution because it looks clear, it doesn't do much scaling on the panel, and I think it's a good trade-off for 4K and performance that you get at this 1800p. Finally, I'm going to look at 1440p just for completeness for this. I did find this resolution to be too blurry on my 4K panel, so it's putting us off on the game a little bit. It's quite a downgrade from the 4K. But if you look at the minimum frame rate we're getting now, we're hitting about 175 on the menu. And once we get in the game, you can see it starts creeping up above 200, which is more than enough on my panel. My refresh rate's only 144 Hz, so yes, the trade-off but is the quality and the upscaling on my panel. It makes everything look a bit blurry and when you're looking down sights. But I think that's it. I think that shows you the settings you need to get into 4K or 1800p in Battlefield 6. Now, if you like this, please let me know. Leave me comments below if you have tried these or tried other settings. But I found out using this, this seems to be the best for my situation in my Radeon. Now, on to the next video. Hopefully, I'll be back soon with more Battlefield 6 content. And hopefully, see you then. Bye-bye for now.